the wake up. Howl! Wake up, people. It begins now that questions can be asked about what is going on, what is happening, what's really happening, what is all this about, the wake up howl, what's the stork, stance, theory, optimized, reflex, kinetic, what is REAL or REAAL, R-E-A-A-L, revolution in education, acronymics as language, actually acronymics AS language, so it's really acronymics application systems language. Using that in education. So, okay, what is it about? What is it about? What are we waking up to? We're waking up to the possibility of there being one language for everything. One language. One. Like a spear, like a shining phallus symbol, whatever, a rocket to the stars, one language to get us there. Because in order to streamline communications in a systems like we're using right now, to get these images to you, how long does that take? Man, that takes a long time. Why couldn't it be happening now? Why can it not be happening right this second as I'm doing it? You're getting it. Wherever you're at. Done. Done. Your will, your word is said and done. You want to be here right now? You want to be here? You could be here right now. You could be sharing this. Hey, let's see what's happening with the stork today. Okay, everybody, here's an enabled device. This tree is an enabled device that can take my voice, my thoughts, my language of my body and the communications and the system immediately enables the devices because, it uses light. So anyway, so that's the far out application. But to get there, now, to streamline communications for systems like that, you need some speed of light. You need the speed of light. And you need a language that can take advantage of all that speed. You can't have all these different and various languages. So in order to streamline communications in a system like that might use light as a way of communicating and to use its ability to be embedded in all kind of its flexibility. So, in order to streamline communications for systems like that, you need one language that can handle everything communications. Everything language, man. Language applies to everything, man. There's the language of the water. There's the language of the sky and the trees, the ecology. There's the language of life. There's the language of growth and life and death. And there's the language of psychology. There's the language of body mechanics. There's the language of chemistry and physics and physiology. And there's so many different languages. Oh, math and algebra. Man. That ancient wisdom is still with us. Algebra, you know where that came from. Oh my goodness. The East, you have to look east for that wisdom. Algebra, yeah, look it up. Beautiful. So there's that language, and so many languages, and then you have Visual Basic, you have C++, you have Joomla, you have whatever. All these languages. Why don't we just have one? Can we just have one to do just one thing? Communications. I mean, like our bodies, that's what we do now, naturally, within our bodies, what's happening right now? All the communications that are going on to keep you walking and moving and breathing and thinking and eating and digesting and excreting and meeting and greeting. All those things that you do are supported by a system that has to work flawlessly and at the speed of light, the speed of thought. Stuff has to go on. I mean, the spleen can't just go on and do its own thing and say, well, you know what, I'm taking a vacation. Well, I don't like that particular upgrade, or I don't like the way, the liver was talking about behind my back. None of that. We're just trying to get some stuff done. And so you have one language that handles it all. Or in the case of trying to integrate other systems, one interface that then it becomes the center of everyone's universe because it reaches out and touches everyone, and it becomes a part of everyone, and they all say, okay, we know what you're saying, we know what you're saying, we sift all that stuff out, it's the interface, and comes out the pure, it's the water purifier, it's the word purifier, it's the thought, it's the intent purifier. So when you have one language that can do that, it affects everything communications, because then whatever a person says, whatever you read, you know it's coming through a filter that says, I've deciphered what those words mean, and we know what the intent is because we have a language. You have one language. You know what that one language means. It has to be truth, because if it's all going to fit together, if it's one language that also connects the stars and the earth, from the stars, from the heavens to the depths, one language to deal with that. It would have to be a language based upon truth. No deceptions, no veiled intents, abject manner, and those things that cause communications to be so tedious and unproductive. Not like technology can be. One language to get everything done on time, upgrades. Everybody's upgraded at the same time. Everybody got access. Everyone has access to and benefit of the information that flows through that system, because that system has to work flawlessly for your comfort. Because you know what happens when it stops working. You're all up in a huff because it's affecting, your pleasure in life. And so you need this done now. Move that rock. Pick up that trash. I don't want to see that trash in my backyard. And so, I'm going to make hell till somebody cleans it up, because I pay too much good money to see that kind of stuff happen. Okay, well, put that energy also into, the things that also mean things to other people who would rather have not to see or hear the things that they have to hear and endure every day. So one language removes all of that, because everybody then knows what everybody's talking about, because there's no obfuscation. Man, that's a tough word, but that's a great word. To see what it means, that it really doesn't mean what it means, all this. So one language then becomes the way we do business personally and spiritually, and with the environment, because it operates the same way with the understanding. So one language that there's an understanding that in order to get things done, you move forward progressively, and you walk, and you find your path, and you see yourself, walking carefully. But then, you also don't want to be adrift. You also want to be aware of your surroundings, and where maybe you have ventured too far, and that I think I'd better get myself back here, and so you make your way back on solid ground. On solid ground. There's some solid ground right there. Some solid ground there. So one language that even covers. Oh, hey, wait a minute. Hey, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? Let's see. Oh, let's show you this. Let's show you something. Let's show you one thing this one language does as well, because it translates into our body, and we call this the rock. The rock. This is the one language to streamline everything, and so there's language of the body, and so we're seeing how that language translates in the body, and how then we can use that one language to extract all the good stuff that's going on, and so everyone can have a share of what's happening. So we use language in a way that opens up words. So that's a rock. You know what a rock is. Yeah, it's a hard place. Hard place to be sometime. Hard place to be sometimes is between a rock or in a rock. Anyway, well, that's another conversation. So, but the way we're using it as an acronym to open up the language of the body. So ROCK, R-O-C-K, reflex optimized. Just say an exercise based upon balance in one leg. And so reflex optimized core kinetics. So it's about going from transaction of weight and to strengthen and balance. It's about balance. It's about stability. It's about being calm within oneself. And so one language then can translate what's going on within the body to decipher that information, and then through sensors and body mapping and blah, 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 technology, we can do all that. Yeah. One language then can decipher that and then create models that can then be used for, rehabilitation or robotics or drones or, hell, man, we got all that planned too. So one language then can be an interface that between, like speech technology, voice recognition, the facial recognition, the mapping the eyes, the movements of the eyes, and trying to figure out, how to, really make use of all this great information to use in animation. But hey, let's see if we can do even further than that. And so one language to decipher what's going on in the body, to mimic it, and to create technology based upon the way the human body works. Because why? Because we're the top of the heap, baby. The humans, humanity, we're the top of the chain. So why are we trying to create technology based upon anything else? We should be basing it all on us, in our environment, how we react in our environment, how we can extend our own abilities in interacting with our environment. But first, I think one of the things we got to find out is, how do we stay balanced? How do we even take control of our body? And so when we are working and living at a deficit, I'm right-handed. Well, I'm ambidextrous now because I'm learning to use both sides of my body the same. And so where one isn't weaker, but we live mostly with a deficit of one side weaker. That's not balanced. So one language would say that, okay, well, if we're going to optimize what the human potential is, then we got to upgrade. We got to upgrade the system. That's where the wake up howl, the stork comes in. It's time to wake up. Wake the body up. Wake up the body's potential. And so then this becomes another exercise, but also of mind, because the stillness of see, one leg, just one leg. Hey y'all, what's happening? Let's engage the body so you can free the mind, so that even while in this position we're talking, we're looking around, we're looking up, we're balanced, I'm still, but that's the idea. It's an exercise of balance and perception. But anyway, one language then becomes the conduit for everything. So everything. That's what we're doing. One language for everything. That's what we're doing. And we're ready to take your questions. Contact us at the Rose of Education organization on LinkedIn. Check us out. Peace be with all of us.